Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Vivek Navik. So today I'm just going to create another video. So today's video is regarding Power Automate. So where we will create a Power Automate flow where we are going to query a SharePoint list items, and we will probably query each and every column, and we will parse it, and we will use those columns and probably will be sending an email to the specific user using send email block. So okay, so on my screen, if you see, I have a list called SharePoint technical, and this is just an example list. So for example, if you see in the title column, it consists of a set of questions, and there is a column called feedback, and there is a multi-line text where it says the description. So it's just a test list. So basically, let me quickly go ahead and create a ms flow where we will read this list. So I will navigate to Power Automate. So while we create the flow by clicking on my flows, so we are aware, like the very first, when you start creating a flow, so it will ask for a kind of trigger, what kind of trigger you want. So if you see, there is something called instant flow, scheduled flow, automated cloud flow. So basically scheduled is the one which we schedule it, like if you want to trigger it on daily basis or weekly basis, so we will use this trigger. And this is instant cloud flow. So in fact, this is something like where uh, once you develop it and on demand, you can just click it and trigger that flow. So I'll use this one as of now. So manually trigger flow. So in this, let me just name it like query list. So it's created. So if you see the first block, which is something called manually trigger flow, so we can manually trigger it on demand. So the very first thing what we would do is go on new step, and we will do something called get item. So if you see here, we have get item and get items. So get item is nothing but you will retrieve a single item by passing the id, but we want get items, that is something like we want each and every item of that list. So once I click on this, if you see, so this block, once you configure it, automatically it gets you all the items. This is one of the way. Other way is the http request, send a http request to SharePoint, so where you can use REST API to do that query and get items. So probably I'll show you that in my upcoming videos. So once you click on site address, automatically whatever access you have for the logged in tenant, it will be populated over here. So this is my site developer, and the list is SharePoint technical. And if you just expand it, show advanced option, so if you see like filter query, order by top count, so this query is acting the same way how we pass it for our REST API queries. So basically, I don't want you know anything to order or put a filter. I just instead put all the items. So in the top count, let me put it like 44999. So we all know, like, the 5000 is the threshold limit set for SharePoint online site, so we cannot retrieve more than 5000 items at a time. So this is because if you don't give this count, what will happen is, by default, if the query goes and it only picks up 100 items. So let's say in your list, if it is something more than 100 items, so those will go missing. So that's the reason I have kept 4999. So now once you get all the items, so let's say we have n number of items what we retrieve, so we need to loop through each item and get the property of each and every item. So there is a block called apply to each. So if you see apply to each, but you know what, we will not use this. So what is the next item? So let's say inside apply to each I want to send an email. So what I'll do is just directly you send an email, and once you use one of the property from those outcomes, automatically that will be pushed into apply to each. I'll show you how. So for example, let me click on send email. So we have sent an email v2. So let's say I'll just hard code the email ID as of now. Subject is SharePoint item. Now, hi, Abhishek. Please find the below question and its solution. So let's say question would be nothing but my title. If you see here, automatically this is the outcome of get items. So get items is here. So this is the get items outcome, and here is the title what we want in place of question. So if you see currently the send an email is all alone a standalone block, but as soon as you select the title, automatically it will be pushed into for each loop. Let me show you. So once I click title, yeah, there it goes. If you see, it has been gone under apply to each, and apply to each is nothing but, you know, the outcome body value of get items block. So from this what it does is it takes one by one item and uses it here. So if you hover over here, if you see apply to each, that is this one, this block, and inside the apply to each I am expecting the title. Similar way, now solution. So solution is nothing but in the description. So this is also the same thing, apply to each and description. So let me put some space. Regards. That's all. So you have seen this is how easy it is. So basically we just need to use this get items block. You need to select the list, and automatically whenever you're using the property of the item, it is pushing inside the apply to each. So this is very straightforward, and let me save this flow quickly. Now let me test this. So as I said, this is not going to get triggered if item is created or deleted or modified, because our flow is manually triggered. So I will manually trigger it from here. Test, manually test. So these are the connections for SharePoint list. This is the connection, and for the Outlook sending email, this is the connection. Now let me click on continue, run the flow. So my flow is running. There it goes. So you see the green text for all the blocks. So let me quickly show you what has happened. So in the get item, you know, it has just queried all the items in SharePoint technical, and it has applied to each. So it found, if you see, 18 items inside this. The very first item, if you see, to Abhishek Navik, subject is SharePoint item, and it says like, hi Abhishek, please find the below question and its solution. So this is the question and this is the solution for the first item, and this is the next item. The question is what are commands, and this is the solution. So you know, so each and every item it has picked, and it has sent the emails individually. How will you load the external CSS or JS file, and it's the solution. So basically, if you want to check the email as well, let me open the email. Let me check if email was really pushed or not. See, I have received 18 emails. So if I open any one of it, you can see the question and the solution. So yeah, so this was about how to get the item and use each and every element of it. So basically, in my next video, I will show you how you can you can do a REST call where you can apply multiple filters, multiple queries and the filters, the same way how we do it in our REST call in the JavaScript. So the similar way, and once we do that HTTP call, how we are going to, the result we are going to get in JSON format, and how we can parse it, those and all probably I'll be showing in my upcoming video. So thank you so much, guys. uh, Thank you for watching this. Do subscribe my channel if in case you haven't done it.